It is a squirrel. That's the Toronto Ultra Albino Squirrel. Overwatch or Overactive Media wrote a great article on that, on about how they came up with the Toronto Ultra logo. But we're gonna be hopping on board here with apparently the squirrel gun. Here heading into this fire is we see Toronto Falters take a little bit of an early lead and an early P1 possession here as they get 3 down in the kill feed.
Yeah, Slender and T doing a phenomenal job off the bat, but Toy Cheers on the flank. He gets one. He can help his team break this hill. Throws the stun, doesn't connect, but he knows where the player is. Has to be on hill. Does he check his corners? He sees the gunfights, gets the kill in. That is huge for Toych. And just like that, Sasky break that P1.
Yeah, and Sasky are doing a great job here. They're holding that P2 spawn. We see Toronto still spawning out towards that P3 side, but we do see the side of Toronto here getting some trades, getting some kills, and then we see Sasky getting those right back as they have some P2 control here. But number 4, Cam, just hiding in the back here, waiting for his team to group up and get some kills here.
I love this play here. Can you get the read on a couple of players? Skippy's going on the flank here, and just as soon as he removes his ADS, can he get the kill? A little windy, but he was able to do so. Big kills coming in from both teams right now. No one on the hill, but Sasky able to clean it out, and now they're hopping on P2, getting a lot of this time.
Sasky doing a good job of rotating like they did, and then they're able to hold it here as they see Toronto Falters spawning towards that back jump up. But we do see Cam in the front able to get 2 headshots, maybe get a little bit of a PC check down on him. Can he get the third? He can get the third kill. Unfortunately, it's not a headshot for bonus points, but we do see Toronto Falters take control of this hard point with about 30 seconds left, and they should be gathering a lot of this scrap time as the Sasky Shotgunners are rotating all the way towards P3. They do have a setup here, and we see Cam once again get that early rotation, see if he can play spoiler here for the side of Toronto.
Yes, Cam is going to be huge here. If he can get a couple of kills, this would be massive for his team. He just has to maintain that top threat control until the rest of the Ultra players, Falter players, sorry, can move in onto this hill. But so far, Sasky just doing a good job of holding chops. Can he get the kill? Unable to do so. Smoke there, smokes him, and then now it's your boy Venom, apologies, is just holding junk all on his own with the laser beams coming in. As they say, that T does shut him down.
Yeah, and Sasky's just doing a great job so far, holding back the first half of this hill. Really no one getting close, and as I say that, we do see Chops getting in close, getting active. See 2 kills from the side of Toronto. They are able to take a little bit of hill control here as we still see some fights going on between Venom and Chops here on point. And Venom looks like he's going to come out on top here with one other player there, Cam, with a great 2-piece. He's doing a good job so far for his team with those multi kills. And can he get this last kill on hill? Of course he can. He's going to be able to hold that last 15 seconds of scrap time, which is going to bring this to about an even game here as we head into P4, whereas Sasky kind of has that side of P3 chicken side and the side of Toronto spawning out towards bus.
You know, Toronto hasn't been doing a good job at rotating, but they've been doing a phenomenal job at breaking hills and living off of that scrap. They're basically even going into this P4, and once again, Sasky is on rotations. On this map, you do need to get rotations. That's the best way to win. But if you can break hills, does it really matter if you can live off scraps?
You know, Karachi is one of those maps where, especially with these new changes that happened quite a few months ago, the rotations are much more important than they were the first time. And so we've seen this first rotation that Toronto Falters haven't won a single rotation towards new, but they have been able to break them in the first half. So it's been good for them. They're going to keep the game about even doing that. But if they want to go ahead and take the lead, they're going to need to get some rotations. And, you know, as we're talking about this, we see Sasky already set up for the P5 here. And so, you know, in this case, Toronto's going to go up by about 10 or 20 points or so. But Sasky, by the time they get there, are just going to tie it right back up. So Toronto really either needs to get these wins or start to rotate towards the second rotation.
Venom here with a nice head glitch to watch that top bet. This is not a head glitch I knew about earlier, so that is a beautiful place to be for your boy Venom. And just he kills the players off a top bed, and all of the Toronto players are now spawning CP2, which is going to take them quite a bit in order for them to get into the hill. So this is huge for the side of Sasky, but they need to be able to hold the setup. They've been unable to hold setup so far. They're doing a better job here on P5.
Yeah, and Venom doing a great job just staying alive in the back. Unfortunately, going to fall to Cam, who gets another 2-piece. He's really been full of these doubles and triple kills this game so far. It's been crucial for the side of Toronto to break these hills. And, you know, we see Toronto here taking a little bit of the lead here. It looks like Sasky's going to be giving up all the scrap time, and so they're going to be taking, you know, about another 20 or 30 point lead here, and this is really the crucial turning point here. If you're the side of Toronto, you need to start rotating. You need to get to points early, and you really just need to focus on rotation. So the breaks have been fantastic. Keep up the breaks, but if you can get a rotation and hold that rotation, they're going to be looking pretty good for this one.
Yeah, we've yet to see Toronto hold a hill initially. This P1 could be the first one here where they have around 47 seconds to work with the hold, and we'll see if they're able to hold the Sasky players from breaking this P1, but P1 is also one of those that can get very mixy, so it's not a good indication if you can hold or not hold hill.
Yeah, this P1's really tough. You know, we see it's hard to hold just with that. If you have second or third control and even fire control, you just have access to all the points on the hill. And, you know, we see this rotation. We've got about 20 seconds left in Toronto once again on the wrong side of the map here as we see Sasky in the hill and have the rotation, which is not going to be good for that side of Toronto. But we should see a one-on-one fight happening here between Venom and Chops, and Smoke is actually going to get some shots with top fire, able to take that player down here as he's unfortunately going to fall to T. But we do see Cam once again in the same spot he was the first time, just chilling out in this corner, waiting again for his team here. And he's going to do a little bit of repositioning here. If the team remembers from the first rotation, he was back there. And number 7, I believe that was Venom, was looking for him. But unfortunately, a fall with Toronto Falters getting 3 of those 4 gunfight wins as they get towards the 2.
Toronto doing a phenomenal job now slaying the Sasky Shotgunners. They're just a beautiful hold on P2. They did get rotations this time, and it's basically impossible to break with only Toich contesting the hill. No, he does get gunned down by Slander. Skippy coming in, but it is Chops that guns him down, and Toronto now are going to take the lead and might extend it as well on this P2, but the rotations are in for Sasky onto that P3, and if you're Toronto here, you need to find a way to break this new hill once again.
Yeah, and again, it's the story of the game that Toronto's going to go up about 30 points heading into a hill, and they really need to do something about it on this first break. They were able to break this hill with about 20 seconds left in the hill last time, so we'll see what they can do here. But P3 on New Karachi has been very difficult to break for teams, so it's really working together, getting the trades when you can, and T's going to start it off good for his team. Unfortunately, Cam is going to fall to a trade from the side of Sasky, but we do see Toronto here electing to go mid and through junk, and so far not successful, and Sasky's just doing a good job of holding down.
The Sasky players are starting to heat up, but the kills are coming in from Toronto now, and Sasky's able to even it out, get 3 kills of their own, and hold and take the lead on this P3. This is massive for the side of Sasky. You have to be very happy with how you've been playing on this P3 so far. You have to carry the momentum into the next couple of hills and make sure you rotate like you've been rotating before. Toich is also heating up right now, so the Sasky Shotgunners doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, both teams are playing, you know, right about even here with kills if you look towards the top. Pretty darn close, and so it's really just been about these rotations and been about the minimal holds. And so we see Toronto here for the first time able to get that rotation, and Slender with a huge 2-piece there, bottom church, to secure that, you know, that early rotation for his team here. So we get the at least first 15 seconds uncontested as a cruise missile comes in from the side of Sasky. Not going to get anybody, they get out of dodge there. But Toronto so far so good on this P4.
And Chops is in a good position here to pick out the Sasky players. He does get one. Smoke is going to try and hop on the hill any second here. He sees the gun, gets the kill. That is huge, gets them off. But now it is tie game here, and Toronto are still hopping onto this P4 while the rotations are already in for the side of Sasky. Skippy doing a good job of killing those players off of that scrap time. So if you're Sasky here, you need to be able to hold this P5 because Toronto is going to start flooding in any second.
Yeah, and we see Toronto, they get that final kill on that P4. No one's going to be able to get that last little bit of scrap time, but Toronto is here and ready to take these gunfights as your boy Venom is going to pick up that first kill. Very crucial from the side of Sasky. And, you know, Sasky, this is the hill you got to lock down. This is where you can win it. The P1s haven't been the most successful for you here, so P5 is where you got to get a lot of points and make that P1 very easy for yourself.
Sasky doing a good job holding here. They did a decent job on P5 last time as well, so they're just going to try and close it out here, but Cam able to get one. The contest is in. Couple of tags coming in, but no, it's your boy Venom with the 2-piece cleaning out the hill. T is there, though, so it's going to be a one-on-one gunfight between boy Venom and T, and the nade comes in from Chops. That is huge for the side of Toronto. Sasky are still on the hill. I mean, Toronto's still on the hill here, but the kills are coming in from Sasky. Toys with a couple, and so does Skippy. Just like that, Sasky are 10 seconds away. They can win it right here.
Yeah, and Chops gets a great two-piece there with the help from Slender. They're going to put this to about a 30-point from Toronto win, but Sasky only needs to be on point for 7 seconds here. And we see the side of Toronto on hill. They have that rotation. T's going to fall towards that side of yellow, so the side of Toronto really needs to pick up here, get a couple double kills, maybe even a triple kill here, and just watch out towards this top third side, which seems to be the side that Sasky's preferring here, as we see Venom able to pick up one, not able to pick up the other, but we do see a trade come down as we finally get a contest on the hill. There's going to be a gunfight. Cam doesn't see him coming, and that's going to be Sasky in control so far, as there's not enough people here to contest. As we got 1 point here, we got to contest for the win, and the side of Sasky, you're going to get that win. 250 to, I believe that was 230 something. Pretty close game there, but Sasky just doing a good job of showing exactly why you need to rotate on New Karachi.
A great map 1 here. Sasky just doing a phenomenal job winning the rotation game, even though I believe Toronto was the team that was outslaying.
Welcome back to game number 2 here. Sasky Shotgunners up 1-0. Amazing Karachi hardpoint. Go back and watch that if you didn't get to see it. We are here on Karachi Search and Destroy. We have the Toronto Falters looking like they're going to be attacking the B site here.
And Toys in a good position here, playing top clock. It's a power position, and the bomb carrier falls to smoke. This is huge for the side of Sasky to start. If you're Toronto, you have to pick up the bomb. Like Cam is here on the flank. It's a little windy, but he gets the kill. That is huge for Cam there. And smoke on the flank. T does get the read, gets the kill with the Renetti, and now it's a 3v2.
You know, Blepsy, I've only seen one turn on so far in the CRL, and I wouldn't mind seeing another one, but unfortunately not today here, as Toronto Falters are able to at least take the man advantage here after an unfortunate start where their bomb fell, and T with an absolute gotten... Okay, T. I see you, T. I see you. With a great kill on that guy back bridge with that huge Kobe. Oh, we get to see the Kobe too. What a nice shot. And then a good pre-aim here on Venom, just laying down. What a great round out of T, getting 3, I believe 3 of the last kills there, really clutching up for his team.
Hey, you nasty. Wow. That was, wow. I mean, the read, he was probably checking top satellite, and then the reaction time of just going prone and getting the kill, hitting the headshots was massive. Now Toronto are up 1-0 after being down at the start of the round. This is huge for you, especially in a must-win map like this SND Karachi. Let's see how Sasky now goes on this offensive side, and Deutsch unfortunately doesn't get the timing to see the player on barrels.
Yeah, we'll see how this Karachi turns out. You know, kind of the past times we've seen this casting, we've seen it kind of flip-flop on, sometimes it's the offensive teams winning every time, sometimes it's the defensive teams winning, so I'm excited to see how this plays out. But as of right now, Toronto was able to get that man advantage after losing first here, and so they're just really playing a good passive defense here, not overextending it all, and the side of Sasky are just kind of playing right into it. They're just playing slow, playing back, so it'll be interesting to see who makes the kind of the first move or the first mistake here.
And T with a big nade here, doesn't connect, but at least he knows that there's no one top third on that side. Skippy with a bit of info, getting to know the words that Toronto players are situated on that A side, and looks like most of them are on that A side. So other than T, this B bomb is open. If you're Sasky, you don't have a lot of time here. You have to get the bomb down. Chops here on the flank, and he gets a kill. He does with a drop shot as well. Sasky, no time to work with. Bomb is going down. This is going to be huge if they can hold.
Yeah, the side of Toronto decided to really stack towards that A side. I guess they're expecting an A hit there. Maybe they know something we don't. But the side of Sasky get a pretty easy bomb down after taking a couple small gunfights towards that back cubby. And we see Smoke and Skippy able to start us off with 2. Chops able to get that trade to make it an even 2-2 or 2-2 man advantage. I cannot talk today, Chad. I am so sorry. It's 2-2 here in this round 2.
And your boy Venom unfortunately gets the bad timing there. As soon as he removes his irons, he gets pushed by none other than T. And T now on a 5 streak. This is huge. 1 off the cruise. Basically doing everything he can for his Toronto team. And now they are up 2-0. Look at the reads here from T. Gets 1, and then the reaction time once again with a snap. T is playing phenomenal Call of Duty.
I feel like if you're T, you go into that round, you do the exact same thing you ended the last round with, except you're using your gun for or both the kills instead of just one of them. But it's funny because we saw T get kind of the same snap kill on Venom. He was the one. He was top, right outside top church, top satellite. And so if you're Venom, you really got to be thinking T has your number here, and I wouldn't be sitting in some corners anymore if T is still alive. I feel like that read's going to be pretty good. We see the side of Toronto here getting a little bit aggressive towards this A side. We see a good trade coming down, going to take it to a 3-on-3.
And T here playing back. Benjay with the read from the players rotating off of B onto A. Gets his cruise. That is cruise secured. Now it is a 3v2 here. And Piranha once again does have the life advantage, but nothing is happening. It's just very passive. The side of Toronto trying to figure out where the Sasky players are situated before they get the bomb down and smoke. And I believe it is the player top fire. It's Cam. He jumps down. Could get the timing here if he just does look right before he looks left, but no, it's Smoke with the read, makes it a 2v2. Slender gets one, 2v1 now, all up to your boy Venom.
Yeah, and if there's one spot you want to be, it's definitely this top fire or top yellow position as he's going to rotate towards that top fire. As we see Slender decide to get off the bomb, maybe play a little passive here, as we might see a fight go down here bottom if Venom gets a little bit aggressive. Does he check for him? He does see him bottom fire. We should see kind of a final gunfight coming down here, but Venom able to pick up that kill, get that first round on the board for the side of Sasky.
Your boy Venom here seems to be a final kill cam merchant, whether it's him the one that is getting kills or him being killed. He's always on the final kill cams, and here able to get the last two players clutch that 2v1, and Sasky is finally on the board off the donut on the breadstick.
We really got to shout out Venom there. That was some style points. Really not. He didn't pull his Renetti out the entire round, just for that kill cam. It's kind of like the CS2 animations. He was able to get that Renetti cocked back, really show off the style there on that kill cam. But the side of Sasky here, they're gonna do it a little bit different here. They're gonna start hitting towards this A side, and Chops is ready for it here, bottom red, as there's going to be 3 Sasky players kind of all around him here. We'll see if he gets any comms off to his teammate, but the side of Toronto here, they're playing kind of the opposite they did last time. They're stacking more towards B and not towards A, so it's going to be up to the side of Chops.
I love the position here for Chops with the patience. Gets one, unable to get the second. It had to be your boy Venom. He's starting to heat up on a 3 streak. Torch with another. Now it's a 3v2 life advantage for the side of Sasky. This is huge. Slender has to do something to delay this plant on A until his teammate does meet up with him. But there's also going to be a gunfight going on between player number 1 and player number 8 unless they don't see each other. Cam here in a good position.
Yeah, and Cam's definitely not going to check that. No way you're checking window there, especially when you get info towards A. But Slender here, he's in a good position to get some kills, kind of get over people. But unfortunately, he's going to see 2 players, or 1 player go towards back alley on that P2, and he's not going to be able to do anything about it. But Slender kind of just off by himself, see if he can do something. Unfortunately, he can't. And shout out our kill cam merchant Venom. He is 4 for 4 tonight in this Karachi Search and Destroy on these kill cams here. Shout out. He's just really wanting to be starred. Some extra slow-mo shots really show off his aim here.
Speaking of 4 for 4, he is on a 4 streak as well, 2 away from the cruise, which will be massive to counter the cruise that T got initially in this S&D. So if he can get it, this will be huge. But both teams now 2-2 on the scoreboard, evenly matched. And Wolfie, the last time we had a Karachi S&D on stream, on our alpha stream, was yesterday, and that went to around 11. Very exciting stuff. So fingers crossed we can get the same thing here.
Yeah, and I don't have my my casting stats ready for me on what we've done, but I'm pretty sure of all the S&Ds I've seen, I've only casted 1 or 2 S&Ds that have not gone to around 11. So they might as well just make it come true here and get to around 11. But so far, we see Sasky here in this round 5 able to take the man advantage here, and on defense, that's a huge play. You can kind of just play passive, wait for people to start to move towards bomb, and maybe get some picks there, get some team shots. But the side of Cam here, if he's able to pick up this kill, that's going to be huge for his team. Increase or get that back to an even life advantage here. And if he looks down, he can get a great spot on smoke, but that's going to be a pure COD timing thing if that happens. But we do see T watching the flank here, able to spot off one, and Slender's just going for the bomb plant as Smoke's just hanging out.
This is gonna be a big gunfight at the back, and T was able to get the better of your boy Venom. It seems like those two are just going back and forth in their gunfight. That was a huge kill for T, and then he hops in. It had to be T, able to get that kill, give his team the round. I believe it was T. I hope I wasn't wrong. It was. He gets one from back junk and then hops on here and closes it out. Now Toronto have the lead once again, 3-2.
Yeah, the side of Toronto there was looking a little bit scary there with that you know man disadvantage, but they were able to pull that back, and it's I'm glad to see them perform on their man disadvantages here. But you know, T was just making sure that Venom didn't get on that kill cam, but he wanted to get in there for the third time. So you know, he's trying to catch up there with number 4 as we see. The side of Sasky here going back to that A side. You know, they had success the first time they tried it, so they might as well try it again.
Right now, not a lot of movement going on. Trying to figure out where all these players are until Torch got that first blood. That's what you need for Sasky if you want to take over this A bomb site. Chops here, top bed. Torch does read him though, so he knows he's there. Couple attacks come in from Chops, and then he just runs away trying to play his life. He's surrounded by a couple of the Sasky players.
Yeah, the side of Sasky's playing real passive right now here as we see a gunfight happen, and Chop's able to get a big kill there. I doubt he knows that bomb's down. He didn't really do much of a check. He's going to get shot at from mid, so he's going to know there's a player there. But, you know, we see number 6 and number 1 kind of playing right next to each other just on the other side of the wall. We'll see if Cam had any of that info to give to his team. But the side of Sasky here, you're kind of running out of time. You only got about 20 seconds to make a move here, and it looks like they're going to make it right now.
And the slide is in. Cam able to get the bomb carrier down. Not a lot of time to work with here. If you're Sasky, Toronto's just holding this A point very well with just one player. It's just Cam. Smoke now has to plant the bomb. Not any time left. And if you're Cam here, you check the bomb. You see the player. You get the kill. And now it's a 3v1. All up to Skippy. And if Toronto here, they're going for the defuse. This is huge, Skippy. You have to check the bomb. But no, Cam gets the kill with the rival laser beams from the bus. And Cam, have yourself a round.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Skippy there just kind of overwhelmed by the situation. You know, he's immediately left in a 1v3 with the bomb planted. Kind of sees Cam there, and he's just kind of freaking out there. It's a really hard position to be. But Cam with the great kills there, he's able to play his life really well towards the end of the round, and just do exactly what his team needed to there. Just shout out to his patience there, sitting bottom orange or bottom red towards that counter side the entire round, really making sure he does what he needs for his team. As we see Toronto here go up 4-2, and this is going to be a big round here. This can be a huge momentum swing to go up 3 rounds, or for the side of Sasky here if you bring it back within 1.
Right now, the side of Toronto once again elects to go to A. We're seeing a lot of A hits here recently. It seems like it's been a thing in the CRL where teams are just hitting A now more often than B. And Sasky's ready for it though. They have 2 players there. T gets the kill on the rotation. T's always playing that back spawn, playing those sneaky angles and getting those rotation kills, which is huge for his team, giving them the advantage once again. Now Smoke is just looking for T, trying to find him, but T's doing a phenomenal job just playing his life and hiding.
Yeah, T does a great thing there for his team. You know, he allows nobody to really be aggressive on that flank, as we see some gunfights coming down here towards counter, and we see Slender able to come up with the win as he's going to get shot as he goes towards the back, but Cam able to pick up the trade, and we're left with Smoke here in a 1v4. But you know, is playing that kind of position that a lot of people you know, don't want to play. You kind of sit there and be passive, but that first kill is really going to allow his team to move forward on the map, as everyone from Sasky is going to kind of be afraid to make that flank again. And when they are, they're going to be super cautious and take a bunch of time. And so he's buying his team a bunch of time to be able to clear the front and not have to worry about their back.
T is having himself a great round, a great map so far. It's 10-3 on a 2 streak, and Cam is on a 6 streak, I believe. If Mr. Producer, if we can switch, yeah, he is on a 6 streak. They have 2 cruises to work with Toronto. That is huge in an S&D when you're up 5-2.
Yeah, up 5-2, and it's gonna be You know, not quite there with the 5-3 curse, but we do see another A hit from the side of Sasky, and little do they know that there is absolutely nobody here. But they're kind of taking a lesson as we see a cruise missile come down. Maybe that's why they got inside of fire, but we do see them get the bomb down here, and the side of Toronto should know that almost every single player is over towards this A side as the bomb goes down, and so it's up to Sasky here just to play defense, play where they need to, but Chops is going to make that difficult there as he gets the first kill on Skippy.
Chops is a very aggressive sub. He's always sliding around, checking his corners, and Cam doing a great job. Gets another kill. He's on a 7T with one all up the smoke. This is GG's here. Smoke can't do anything in a 4v1. Bomb is going to be defused, and Toronto wins 6-2. Tie up the series 1-1. This is massive for the side of Toronto. They don't go down 2-0 in the series after such a close map on map 1. They tie it up on this search and destroy, and they played it beautifully from start to finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to do there from
In
the side
Call
of
of Duty, this is high rise. Everything's going to explode, so get ready for a lot of explosions. We're on control. The series is tied 1-1. Toronto won that map too. And now they're on the defensive side.
Yeah, we see Toronto here. This is an important defense here for this control and really for this series here. They were able to kind of stomp through their way of that map too, really just having a foothold over Sasky here. And so starting off defense, you can really set that pace early here, just that you mean business on this control. And so we see Toronto eventually get 2 down. We only have 1 player in Your Boy Venom out of the spawn here, and this can be crucial for him. Unfortunately, he's going to fall. Slender's going to pick up one as well towards the middle. So we see the side of Sasky kind of stuck in their spawn, but no one there from the side of Toronto to keep them there. So so far, Sasky's got to play together and get past the middle of the map, get towards those points.
Toronto must have a lot of confidence after that map too, and they're just slaying left and right. Defense is easier on this high rise, but that doesn't mean that offenses are not winnable. But the way Toronto is holding, I can't see Sasky even getting out of their spawn. Spawn trap is huge here. Slender with 1. Can he get the second? He can. Those are big shots from Slender and the Toronto Falters team. Slender gets the tags, gets the kill, has full streaks here, even has an SAE if he wants to work with. 10 seconds left, 22-8 are the life count here. T with a kill, Can with a kill, T with a kill. I mean, Toronto just playing phenomenal Call of Duty.
Yeah, T's got a streak, Slender's got a streak. Toronto Falters are set up here, so that was a massive round from the side of them. I believe they lost, 8 or 9 lives there, and the side of Sasky lost, over 20. And so they're going to have that life advantage there if that comes down to a life count for round 5. But we'll see what Toronto can do here on the side of offense. After that huge defense, you really want to make something of this offense. They only got to cap 1 tick to even be ahead. They're currently tied at 0-0 on tick side. So the side of Sasky here, you need to have a great defense after that not so great offense here to hold Toronto to 0 ticks.
Right now, Sasky with the same philosophy that Toronto did on that defensive side, which is spread out, get some kills, and then go for the spawn trap. But T with the patience gets the kill. T has been a phenomenal player for this Toronto Falters. He's so good with that AR, his patience, and his just the lines of sights that he uses. Kills coming in from Toronto, and now they're hopping onto that B point. A small stack is in, and the first segment is about to be fully captured. They do get it, so Toronto's already up on ticks.
Yeah, Toronto's up on ticks, and they're still going, and Chops was in their spawn, making things a little bit mixy here. And we see Toronto kind of doing the opposite spawn trapping on offense here as T and Cam both combined for 1 kill, as Skippy's at least able to pick up 1, as that cell tower is going to get in the way of Slender there. Takes out your aim assist and makes it real hard to shoot there. So shout out to Toich for being able to get that kill. And you see Sasky able to get Toronto off that B site. But Toronto, they're all out of their spawn, all towards that green fence side, ready to go here towards this A side. And you've done your job so far, getting 2 ticks, but you definitely like to get more.
And the key to high rise is just getting those wipes. Once you get those wipes, you can take a lot of map control. Sasky doing a good job of getting that wipe on Toronto, and now they have map control once again. Toronto needs to flood out of their spawn. If they, the timing, Torch, does he see the player below him? He doesn't, he misses him twice. There's the player right below you, Torch. Does he check? He eventually does check. He gets the kill. after you get the indications the players are there, and then the double kill here on default, all up to T for the side of Toronto. On A, but he's a laser beam. Those are great shots from T. Does that to a nade.
Yeah, if he didn't die to that nade, he was going to die to the propane here. And we see Cam just really stopping that clock here on this B point as we see the side of Toronto able to get 3 kills. It looks like this B point's going to be locked up here unless Venom has something to say about it. Unfortunately, he's going to get 3, but not before they get that tick and add a minute to the clock. And that's going to be all 4 down from the side of Toronto here. So they're going to be starting back in their spawn. So Sasky, you kind of let them get a couple ticks here, so you really gotta buckle down and get this A point, make sure that Toronto doesn't cap it.
And Chops with one, T with the other, and now Toronto are taking the map space. Skippy trying to go for that Abizi spot, does a phenomenal job of hopping onto it, and now he's just doing some pull-ups. I love it. Why not? Do some workout mid-map, but no, the side of Sasky able to get those kills. Only Slender on the point here, and they're going to be able to clear him out as soon as they push for a contest. Just like that, they get the kill. Smoke with 2, Smoke with 1, Skippy with 3, and now Sasky are able to hold off another wave from the Toronto Falters.
Yeah, we saw Skippy that he was able to get a 4 spree. He has another 4 spree in front of him. He gets that 5th one. Unfortunately, not able to get that 6th one for that cruise missile. But Toronto Falters, we haven't seen them use any of their streaks. They got 3 ticks. They got to be thinking they did pretty good, but they're getting towards that B side, seeing if they can make a little wrap here. Skippy really just holding down the fort on this B side.
Big nade here from Chops. They can do something, but no, it's Venom and Toich stopping the push. Last guy alive is Slender, and he gets a kill, but does he get traded? 5 seconds left. Might as well play your life here. He does have full streaks to work with, and gets the kill.
Yeah, Slender just really playing his life there. 1v7, there's really not much you can do. Unfortunately, they are going to lose the round there. Sasky, good job winning the round. Good job stopping that A push that they had towards the middle. But unfortunately, you did give up 3 ticks here. So from the side of Sasky, you really got to do your job here on offense. You're really looking to probably win this offensive side here, get all 6 ticks, or at least try to get 5. You really cannot afford to get no ticks here. You really need to make this next offense for Toronto, make them work for it. And so this is a big side, or a big round from the side of Sasky.
Right now, Smoke going for the sneaky play here. Does he get the timing? No, Cam with a reaction, able to get the kill, and now Chops here on the flank. He sees the player top blue, gets the kill, and then Slender clears out B in Toronto. Not as fast of a round as they did last time, but they are getting the kills here. It is tied on kills though, and Toich is able to hop on the point, stop the clock until Chops comes in, gets the kill on him, and T's just holding the B streak, but Venom with the laser beams.
Yeah, Venom with a big opening kill there. Skippy able to do his job. He really went off that last round. He wasn't doing so hot round 1, but he is doing pretty good this round. To start it off, he's going to take a couple gunfights B Street. Unfortunately, he's going to fall, but we do see Toronto able to kind of bust in on that B point, break it up here as we see Smoke kind of just here to pick up the rest of his teammates here. Is Toich able to pick up that player towards elevator, but unfortunately going to fall. And so the side of Toronto seems to just all spread out. They're all winning their gunfights, and you know, right as I say that, they're also going to all lose their gunfights as there's 2 down, and we see Sasky on that B point.
Wolfie just casually Casper cursing as he usually does, and now it's Toronto doing a good job of getting the kills, and they're stopping the clock once again. Toich is on it, so time is stopped here, but Toronto, they can flood in. Skippy with a big kill, and I like the patience here from Toronto. You know, you need to get out of your spawn first, get that map control before you start flooding onto the map. You can give up B, it's not the worst thing in the world, especially that you're almost tied on lives, so just make sure you get that map control. They do give up B, but Chops is able to get 2 kills, or a kill, to compensate for it, and a cruise misses. We didn't get to see that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, Toronto, they invest the cruise missile after B goes down, so maybe I don't know who that was. Might have been Slender here, might have been thinking about getting a cruise missile here. He is on a 3 streak. If he can get up to a 6, he'll earn himself another cruise. Oh no, he didn't use this cruise. It must have been T. It was just a weird cruise play there, but you know, back to that caster cursing. That's why I just unfortunately don't want to do play-by-play. I'm just casting people cursing people left and right, and so You know, as we see T fall there to Twitch, I'm just gonna stay out of the players' ways, let them do what they need to here on this high rise control. But Sasky here, they have a great opportunity to get some work done here on this offensive round. As Skippy's able to pick up one towards green fence, does he spot Cam? He doesn't. I believe Venom is there for the trade here as Toronto's just really holding down the fort towards A.
And Slender is on a heater. He's on a 4 streak here. Gets the Frenetti tags. Unable to get the kill. Goes for the punch. Gets the kill eventually. And now the side of Sasky are going to be able to hop on the point. But no, Chops is there. Gets the kill. Smoke instantly trades them. And now the time is stopped. But T is here. He spawned in. And now he's helping his team. The stack is in as well. They could get this first tick. It's contested though. And the Toronto Falter players are all on it. There's 4 players on A.
Yeah, we might have saw a little bit of a red card there on those barrels, but you know, 3 players against 1, doing a little bit of a red card action isn't going to be much for you. But the side of Toronto, they are able to win that. They did give up 3 ticks here, so that is going to be tied on the side of ticks for both teams here. But Toronto does have the opportunity here to guarantee themselves a round 5 defense here if they get at least 1 tick. And so they are on this. I believe they are on match point here. So if they win, they can win the match. If not, at least just get 1 tick in to guarantee yourself that defense. It's been pretty successful so far.
It definitely was pretty successful for both teams, and we'll see how Sassy's gonna go about it this time. And Toronto here, you just need to get a couple of ticks, and then you guarantee defense. So you don't necessarily need to win the round here. You just need to get a good amount of ticks. I believe you need to get 2, if I'm correct, to guarantee it, I think, because they got 3 in the first round. I'm not sure, Wolfie. Help me with the math here.
Yeah. You know, we saw 3 get captured first round, 3 get captured second round. That's gonna go back to, you know, my wife's a math teacher. That's 3 minus 3. That is 0 epilepsy. So if they get 1, they're going to be on that advantage here. So Toronto Falters, they don't have a lot of work to do here, but they do have some work to do. And really, if you're them, you're just kind of looking to win this round. Honestly, you don't want to take it to a round 5. Those can get pretty stressful here. So I think Toronto's just looking to get on both these points against them.
I mean, if you can end it here, then you might as well. And the way they've been playing now, Thunder is, I think, 24-11, maybe even more than that, because the scoreboards are not accurate. He is 24-11 on a 3 streak as well. He's having himself a phenomenal map. And then the nade here gets his teammate, unfortunately, but the stack is in. They're gonna secure B. None of the Sasky players are even close. T gets the only player that could have stopped it. Extra minute to work with. That's a minute and 40 now to capture A with a 4 life advantage.
Yeah, and that was big from the side of Toronto here. You see Sasky, everyone on that A side, and Toronto is taking advantage of that. Heading towards that B side here as we see 2 members of Toronto just hanging out in the spawn of Sasky here. And so they're going to spawn super deep, and they're going to be very confused here when they see at least 1 player in the corner. And Venom is able to get that kill on Chops. He's going to be looking in the corners today here. Slender's last alive. Okay, Slender's no longer alive as he's going to be in the back of his spawn here. And I'm just going to continually stop talking play-by-play.
Wolfie, did you just cast or curse him again?
Absolutely.
I'd love to see it. Well, now Toronto are going to try and get that second point secured. They still have a 3 life advantage, and your boy Venom doesn't get the kill because he had to reload. That happens when you shoot your gun. So now Toronto are stacking on, well, kind of stacking. They got 2 players on it, but they have player number 5 who's going to be big for them. Slender just holding the spawns, and Sasky now flooding from the back, but no, the reads are in. The second tick is almost in for A, and Toronto are looking to close it out right here.
Yeah, we have a quarter gyms right now, and maybe popping the double gyms, half a gyms here on this A point here. So we're going to see it about 80% done. Here's the side of Sasky. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get there in time, as the side of Toronto are just going to finish it there. 3-1 on that high-rise control. Toronto Falters, you got to be feeling pretty good going in this last hard point.
For sure. I mean, like you said, this is the swing map, but maybe for Toronto, that map too was the swing map. The momentum that they had from it, carrying it over.
Back to the map 4. Shout out to the Toronto Falters in the Silver Premade North Division. Not seeing a map 4. Thank you, Beaky. You wouldn't even seen this before in your life. But we are here with the Toronto Falters and the Sasky Shotgunners. We're heading into map 4. Toronto taking the series advantage 2-1. Heading into this map 4 here. But Sasky starting off hot.
Sasky doing a phenomenal job here on this map 1. Like you just said, a couple of contestants coming in, a couple of stops from the side of Toronto, trying to at least not give Sasky 50, 60 seconds on P1. But if you're Toronto here, you have to fight for no. Like, you just give this up, you have to fight for no. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they won the fights on old. They're getting the fights on new. Unfortunately, they are going to lose that fight on new. We do have one player here, top window. We'll see if he can do anything. Those rails are real hard to shoot through, and Smoke does a good job of getting that kill here. We see Sasky able to get that initial time on P2 as well, and this can be a dangerous combo from this P1 to P2 rotation.
Right here, Chop trying to do something, trying to help his Toronto team, but Sasky, we know why this is their map pick. I mean, the way they've been playing on P1 to P2, look at their setup. They're watching every angle. They know how to hold the spawns on a map where spawns are very mixy. And they know exactly where Toronto is spawning right now. Some kills coming in from Toronto, but still, Sasky is on the hill, getting a lot of time. Now it's going to be around an 80-point lead, maybe even 90 going into this P3.
Yeah, this is it's been a great start from the side of Sasky here after, you know, that last map was a little bit of a butt kick in there, and so this is a great start from the side of Sasky here, going up by about 80 points. Toronto is here set up for P3, though. This could be a big comeback for him here. But this is what I love to see out of the side of Sasky here. You don't get down on yourselves. You come back on this map 4 and you start off real hot on P1 and P2. And, like you said, this was their map pick, and they're definitely showing why.
And just before Skippy died there, he was on a 9 streak to start off the map. I mean, if you want to start off hot, that's exactly what you do. Go on a 9 streak. You have a cruise to work with, too, for the future. Toronto, though, doing a good job of holding P3 here. They did have the early rotations where they gave up the rest of the time on P2 and stopped fighting for it. But now, if you're Sasky, an experienced veteran team on subbase, you know you have to start setting up for P4, and that is exactly what they're doing with just Toy, making sure that the players don't get a lot of scrap time on P3.
Yeah, and we see Toronto not really electing to take a lot of that scrap time here. They left about 10 seconds on the board there as they didn't get the rotation. We do see Chops. He's the furthest here forward within Maze. But Sasky, we do see him back green fence. We see him on point, ready to go here. But Toronto Falters are trying to work through that P2.
And right now, Toronto, like you said, working through P2, but on this hill, it is such a difficult hill to break. Even if you're flooding from P2, as soon as that player falls, and here come the mixy spawns. We don't know where anyone's spawning. They have a player back here. It is Chops, does go for the flank, gets the kill off the hill. Toronto with a wipe, and now they're on P4 with the good spawns. Just like we said, flippity flop. That's exactly what happens on P4.
Yeah, and if they can hold the rest of this P4 here, they really did it to themselves. You know, they're down by about 80-something points going into P3, and after P4, we're going to see a pretty darn close to even game here heading into this really important P5 as Sasky looks like they're going to take up the rest of that scrap time unless number 4 Chops has something to say about it. But we do see fights going down here towards P5 already. We see 3 of the Sasky players here ready to go as T is top snow, seeing if he can do something about it.
The Toronto players are starting to heat up, and we can see it in the kill feed, but Sasky still has a good lead in this P5 so far. Your boy Venom gets the kill, hops on time, and now he's just going to play around, drops the trophy system. You know, you don't want those tax thrown at you. And we've seen how the tax nerf, or sorry, the trophy system nerf has really affected teams where it is easier to use those tacticals to break hills. But they're still useful. You want to drop those trophies when you can.
Absolutely, and I wouldn't be surprised here if we see some adoption for maybe an extra trophy or make it back to the way it was. But Toronto Falters doing a great job here, getting all 4 down on this P5, able to take, you know, the last couple seconds here. They have control with about 20 seconds left to the side of Sasky. You're starting to rotate towards that P1, but this is going to be pretty darn close to an even game once in going to the second rotation here. So if you're side of Sasky, you know, you're on the bad side now. You didn't get to chose the good side the first time, but you don't get it the second rotation here. So we'll see if Toronto can make that P1 to P2 rotation just like Sasky did. But from here, you know, you're going to be about even. So if you're side of the Sasky, just, you know what to do. You need to get those P2 spawns. Make sure you kind of keep P1 a little white time. You don't need to hold this as much. P2 is definitely going to be your money.
Sasky still does have a cruise to work with, but T's on a 6 streak, so he has a cruise as well. Both teams with a cruise. Excited to see when they use them and how they use them. Probably on those bigger hills, that open hills like P1, P4, and P3, P5 actually. Every hill but P2 you can use a cruise on.
Yeah, and I've seen some crazy cruise plays. Shout out to Lunchtime on Twitch and YouTube. They're really able to curve the cruise missile into P2. So if you're freaky and you like to get a little curves in your cruises, you can definitely get it inside of P2. But we do see the side of Sasky here starting to get these rotates towards P2. We see a lot of patience coming out of here from Toich, just kind of sitting there in the back. And here we see Sasky doing exactly what they need to. They have P2 setups here, and all of Toronto responding out. Unfortunate team nade coming in from the side of Toich, but they should be ready here for this first initial push from Toronto.
We've seen Sasky get a full 60 on this hill before. Can they do the same thing here? They're doing the exact same setup that they have, their default setup, so to speak, where Toich plays in the secret area, helps his team out whenever they need, just floods in, and now they're just getting the kills once again, trying to extend the lead even more, and every angle is watched from the side of Sasky. This is huge. Beautiful setup on P2.
Yeah, Sasky looks exactly. They look like they know exactly what they're doing on this map, especially P1 to P2. We saw a little bit of fall apart there towards that P3, P4, but that's where the spawns get super mixy there. So you really just got to be on your toes. But this setup from P2 has been completely unbreakable from the side of Toronto, and we do see a spawn out come out from Toronto here. So if the side of Sasky can get Slender out of tunnel here, they'll have a pretty easy time on this P3. But we do see Chops able to pick up one, Slender able to pick up another, and T able to pick up that third, forcing the spawn outs from the side of Sasky.
Deja vu, is this exactly what we've seen before? Yes, it is. P1, P2 go to Sasky, P3 goes to Toronto, and basically you're just repeating exactly what we've done, and this is not good for Toronto because Sasky are a better P1, P2 team, and that's probably where the map is going to end. So if you're Toronto, you need to be able to win these next couple of hills as well as that P5 fight, and then going on to the next, or the last two hills on P1 and P2.
Yeah, we see Toronto. They're really blessed with those maze spawns. All four of them are up, ready to go. They're you don't really want to give up all the scrap time, but you don't have a choice. You need to make sure P4 is your money hill here. As I think Toich has got in the back lines. He's not undetected. Cam knows he's there. We do see a cruise missile coming in from the side of Skippy. He is able to pick up 2 on the hill. That is huge for his team, as last player alive is top third with T. So Sasky should know that everybody's off spawn here, but T is doing a good job of just delaying the push from Sasky, allowing his team to get back to the point.
If you're Toronto here, you might as well try and use the cruise because the contest is in. This is your only chance to drop it. T, you have the cruise in hand. Get the kill. Can you get the second off the point? No, you get gunned down, and now you have to wait to respawn to use that cruise once again. Sasky are holding on to this P4 for dear life, and here comes the cruise. Is it gonna connect? 1, 2, 3, and he does get the player off the hill, which is huge. But now Sasky's still flooding on, and Toronto get a small wipe, get him off, but 5 seconds away from closing it out. Sasky.
Yeah, and we see it getting really mixy here down to the last couple seconds here. Toronto really needs to push this hill, need to make sure they're off of it, and that's going to be at least a rotation to the new hill for them. Unfortunately for them, they are not the ones that are here first. We do see Cam not able to win the gunfight against Venom. He is going to hop on point. It's going to be 5 seconds until end here. And the side of Toronto, you got to run. I don't know if anyone can make it on hill here. And unfortunately, we see a contest come down after time, but Sasky really just pulling away there on those P1s and P2s, and then really just putting some pressure down on that last P4. Just excellent game out of the side of Sasky.
And the series is now tied 2-2. We're going on to that.
The A side can be a very crucial key to kind of mix things up on the map, and so we'll be interested to see. But the ARs are really what you want to see here, holding the angles down, doing exactly what they need to. And we see some shots coming down mid-map from the side of Toronto here, as it looks like they're going to be taking a B hit first.
And Toich doing a couple of pumps, not enough for a red card, just 2 pumps there, so it's okay. Not G8, and able to play his life on that mid tank, but still a slow round. Only a minute left now on the search and destroy, and not one player has died yet. So we'll see how the side of Toronto wants to approach this B bomb site, and it's your boy Venom using the tractor head. He gets the first blood for his team, and Toronto now questioning whether they want to push B or they just want to go back and maybe do a rotate over to A. Love the discipline from Sasky though.
Yeah, Sasky doing a good job just playing slow, not being too aggressive here. The defensive side is definitely heavily favored on invasion, so you want to make sure you're winning those defensive rounds here. We've always said on these casts, if you can win an offensive round, you're going to be doing pretty good on invasion here. Is Venom and Co. were able to watch a couple people cross. Unfortunately, the teamwork's not necessarily there, but Skippy is able to pick up that trade. We are going to see probably another gunfight happen here towards middle. Chops versus Skippy, and Skippy almost wins that gunfight, but Chops is going to walk away with his life here. And, you know, we see that both players on Sasky are on A, or on B, sorry. We see a free plant coming down here, A, so it's going to be a full retake from the side of Sasky.
Bomb is down, like you just said, and Sasky, after having the advantage, are now 2-2 and need to defuse the bomb with 35 seconds left. So this is not going to be an easy task to do, especially that your players are split. They're not pushing from the same side. They're going for a pinch setup instead, and now they're just clearing all these angles, making sure to clear mid tank. But Slender with the read, now all up to Smoke, and this looks like it's going to be Toronto Falters round win unless Smoke can do something. Unable to do so, Toronto shut him down, and just like that, Toronto get that first round win, similar to what we've seen on Karachi, but this time it is Chops that gets a big 2 kills for his team.
Yeah, and talk about, you know, a great way to start round or map 5 is going to be win that offensive side on invasion. It's really going to put the pressure on the side of Sasky here. They know they need to win an offensive round here now, and so if you're the side of Toronto here, you really just got to play your lives on this search and destroy. Make Sasky make the moves, and make them, you know, make the mistakes on this search and destroy here. And so we're gonna see, it looks like we're heading towards a B hit once again. Seen some shots exchanged there towards mid tank. Can we see a Kobe? Unfortunately, it's gonna fall a little bit short, but we do see that bomb rotating.
And T here with the first blood gives his team the advantage, but this is what Sasky did last round, and Toronto was able to capitalize off being down a player. This time though, bomb is down and needs to be picked up by those Sasky players, and 3 of the Toronto players are watching B basically. Chops with another kill on a 3 streak now, and not a lot of time to work with here.
Yeah, Sassy's kind of fallen one by one. Smoke is going to get that kill on Chops towards Dark. They are going to be kind of backed up here with Skippy. Fortunately, taking some shots from B-Tank. Smoke able to even it up, 2v2 here. They got about 30 seconds left. Cam getting a little aggressive on that flank, and that's going to be tough for the side of Slender here. The side of Sasky, they have A free, but it looks like they're still going to try to hit this B side. They are expecting at least one other player to be here. I'm not sure if they know that Slender's here. They're going to know now, and oh my goodness. Unfortunately, Slender's going to lose that. And Sasky come right out with an offensive win for themselves. As Smoke here gets a kill he probably shouldn't have, but just a great round from the side of Sasky.
Smoke gets a big kill here, but the biggest kills were the first 2 that he got for his team, making it a 2v2, and then Skippy was able to get that third player, giving them the advantage. Another offensive round win on Invasion, where both teams, the defensive team was the one that got the first blood, but the offensive team was able to get a 2-piece and able to tie up lives, get the bomb down, or not necessarily bomb down in that round, but able to at least take that bomb site, get those kills, and win those offenses.
Yeah, we've seen 2 good offensive rounds here. Sasky playing from that 2-4 or 2-4 man advantage, eventually able to win that round with a 2-man advantage with 2-0, and so it was a good job from them. And Toronto here, we just kind of see a little bit of a slow play, some gunshots coming down that B street, but no one's fallen just yet. As we see this side of Toronto look to make their move.
Now Toronto trying to figure out what the setup from Sasky is looking like. Cam with a couple of tags does get stunned, but able to let that Sasky player run away. Deutsch here on just good read, trying to reinforce that B bomb site here. In Toronto, all 4 players are down that B street, unable to take any space. 25 seconds left. Wolfie, there isn't much that they can do here.
Yeah, this is the real danger here towards this B side. When you're a little too passive, you make it come down to the clock here. You got about 20 seconds here, and getting kills off this tractor and off this ice cream heady are extremely hard here, as we still see Toronto Falters here. You need 5 seconds to plant. They do get that kill. He's got to rush to the bomb here. He's got to get that down. He's going to get it down in time, and so the side of Sasky here got to retake this 2v2.
the nick of time, Toronto's able to get the bomb down and the kill, making a 2v1 all up to Smoke here. And he doesn't know where the Toronto Falter players are set up. I like the setup from Toronto here. You're just one's on site and one's down B Street, making sure to get that trade if needed, especially in a 2v1. This is the setup that you'd like to have. Smoke with the kill through the tractor, unable to get the second. Toronto Falters clutch another round win on offense. That's 3 offensive rounds on a defensive heavy map like Invasion.
Yeah, you know, they're really just turning this map on its head here. That's 3 offensive wins, like you said. You know, very, very surprising over here on our end from this, but maybe we're going to see whoever wins the first defense is going to win this map here. Maybe these two teams are just offensive heavy. But we'll see here as Sasky. They kind of really got to answer back. You know, I think it's still very difficult to win offensive rounds, even if they've continued to win them over and over. And so Sasky here, they really got to make sure they win this round tied up.
The stun comes in, opens the ice cream door, but T's just laying on the ground, gets a couple of attacks in, delays the push from the Sasky players, and then shoots down the trophy so he can use his util down in that B Street. I don't think he broke that trophy though, but definitely did damage it a lot.
Absolutely here. And we see Sasky here doing kind of exactly what Toronto did, just playing a little passive, but we see a little bit of a movement towards this A site. You know, it doesn't work out well for Venom here. He does get picked up by Chops, but Toich is there for the trade. And we see the side of Sasky still trying to work this B side, but Bomb is down right around B Dom. And we do have one player, Cam, here, who's just been chilling in the same corner this whole round. Maybe he'll get some action here as we see a player head towards clear.
We haven't seen a lot of A hits so far on offense. This could be one of them. Toronto was able to plant the bomb on their first offensive round on A, and now Toich is looking to do the same thing, and Cam here in a good position to get those Sasky players rotating into CAF as soon as the bomb is down, but instead they're going to elect to play on DVD with one player on A. It's a 3v3. Could go any team's way, especially if Cam gets the kill there. That is huge for Toronto.
Yeah, Cam's going to play his life for just a little bit. Unfortunately, going to fall. Skippy is going to spot someone going towards Cafe. Here's the gunshots behind him. Able to pick up that other kill here, and Skippy is going to fall. It's going to bring this down to a 1v1 versus none other than T versus Smoke. 2 AR players here. Smoke has the bomb. Checking over that, and the time is going to kind of dwindle here from the side of T here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to defuse that bomb. Looking for the kill here, but Smoke able to clutch that round for his team, make that 2-2 with 4 offensive wins here on Invasion Search and Destroy.
And I like the play from T there. Just make sure to hop off of the bomb because you won't have it in time. Instead, look for the kill because now you are on a 5 streak, 1 away from a cruise. Cruise is so useful on a map such as Invasion where a lot of it is open spaces, but also on S&D. You always want to have a cruise, at least for info. Helps your teammates know where the rest of the players are. And so we're going to look at T here to maybe play a bit more passive and try and get that kill. Guarantee the cruise as he does get stunned, though.
Yeah, and we see Toronto here doing something we haven't seen so far, playing towards this A side here as they got to change up things a little bit. We do see Smoke over there playing that bridge. He's going to be a crucial part in this A hit here as we see Toich just doing what he does best and just laying in kind of a random spot here. Hopefully he can catch these players off guard. They don't check it. He does shoot a bullet here, so they are going to see where he was, but he is going to get out of dodge there. Able to help his team kind of stay alive, keep that man advantage tied up at 4-4, and the bomb is just now going down. It's going to be a 4v4 retake here on the A side.
4v4 retakes can be very tricky with a lot of the players still alive. Here's the defensive team. He needs to start flooding in. First blood comes for Toich, but Slender's there for a 1-for-1 trade. Now it makes it a 3v3, 30 seconds left. Toronto are trying to hold here, and he's going for a long wrap onto Dark. Can he find the player here? Does he get the timing? He does see him. He gets the second instead. That's huge. He guarantees the cruise now. Does get eventually gunned down, but you have the cruise, and it's a 2v1 now. It is all up to Chops. Smoke on the defuse. Can he get the timing here? Can he get him off the bomb? He can't. Skippy gets the kill, and finally our first defensive round win of the map on Invasion. Sasky up 3-2.
Yeah, that's exactly what you expect there on a 4v4 retake on that A site. Just pretty mixy the entire time, and Chops, unfortunately, not going to be able to get that bomb diffuser there. And Sasky with a good job finally winning a defense here, able to go up 3-2 in this invasion here. So they're going to hit in their own offense. And, you know, we've seen a lot in the CRL where you try a strat, doesn't work, and the team who beats you on it tries it again. So we'll see here if Sasky does that, or if they stick to their kind of their standard B hit. It looks like they're going to be heading towards the A side. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be heading towards
Yep.
that A side. No doubt in my mind, heading over there here, and they're gonna play the classic CRL. You did it, but I'm gonna do it better. So we'll see how this A hit plays out.
Sasky now trying to flood in from Calf. They have two players in here, but none of them are sub players. So this is going to be a difficult gunfight here if they can find any of the players that do push into Calf. And now the trophy's in. I like the play here, but Cam knows that there's players there. He gets a couple of bullets in, so they know where he is as well. And once again, a 4v4 with not a lot of time left. Both teams are playing very passive, very scared, I would say here. Unfortunate team kill makes it a 3v3. And 40 seconds left here.
Yeah, we still haven't seen a lot of action happen down on this bomb site. Bomb's still not down. It looks like there's going to be a rotate over to B here, as we're going to be looking to Slender here to make this stop here, as we see T rotate over with him just to ensure that the B site's not going to be going down. We're going to be seeing some action here as shots go down towards that B tank, and we see Toich able to get that trophy down just in time.
Couple attacks come in here for Toich. He knows that there's a player playing back concrete and then a player playing on orange. He gets him with the Renetti. That is big. He has enough time to plant the bomb, but his teammate has to watch over him. That's exactly what he does. That's a big kill from Smoke there. Now Chops in a 2v1 retake. Sasky, if they win this, they take a 2-round lead. Chops here has to do something, but no, it is Toich. Sasky now up 4-2, winning 3 offensive rounds and a defense to give themselves a 2-round lead in this S&D. This is huge for Sasky on this map 5.
Yeah, that is absolutely huge from the side of Sasky there. Able to win a defense, then able to win another offense, take that 2-round advantage here on the search and destroy here as they're heading back to the defense. You know, they've done it once. Let's see if they can do it again here on the side of Toronto. This is where you really got to buckle down here. This is the offense you need to win. You cannot go down 5-2 on Invasion. I think those 4 offensive rounds in a row are going to be a fluke from what we saw. I don't think you're going to see that happen again towards the backside of this map. So the side of Toronto here, you got to be careful. We see Toich already in a pretty aggressive position here towards DVD. Little does he know there's someone kind of right around the corner here. But the side of Toronto here, you got to watch out for Toich.
And boy, oh boy, have these rounds been extremely passive. All players alive initially for the longest time on almost every round, but one kill comes in, all of them do. That will make it a 3v3. That's probably like the 5th 3v3 that I've seen on this map. But Toich here gets the second, makes it a 3v2 now. Chops trying to find the player rotating. Can he get the kill? He gets the timing, and just like that, is a 2v1 all up to Skippy. Gets the tags with a submachine gun, has to run away. And Slender here with the read gets a couple of tags. Skippy is trapped here.
Yeah, Skippy really doesn't know where that other player went. He thinks he's still Palace, and he is rotated towards that mid. We're going to see a full rotate over towards A. Toronto just being as smart as they can here. And Skippy, he's going to have a submachine gun. It's going to be really difficult for him on this map. I believe Chops and Slender both running ARs. They really just need to play long range here. I'm not sure if they know that Skippy has a sub. But this is going to be very difficult from the side of Skippy here, as he's going to try to retake a bomb site with a submachine gun in this 1v2.
He likes to go from Palace and try and clear his street. He does get the timing on Slender here, and he sees where Chops is. Doesn't shoot. Good discipline here. Not sure if the players from Toronto did see him, but he doesn't have a lot of time to work with here. Instead, he likes to go for the short angles, and he gets read on one. Well, to get the read on the second, Chops wins, makes it a 4-3 in favor of Sasky, and Toronto are still alive.
Yeah, again, that is a big round out of the side of Toronto here, keeping this game competitive. That's going to be another offensive win there. Smart plays from them, rotating over towards that A side, really just working together as a team there and playing your life. That was a big component from their way of Chops. He was able to get that kill White Jeep and escape with his life, get that rotate over. So big round from the side of Chops and the Toronto Falters here as they're going to be trying to look to tie it up here at 4s in this invasion search.
And this has been such a good S&D so far, and it seems like the entertainment factor of it is not over yet. Still, players alive, couple attacks coming in. You must be nervous here on this map 5, because if you lose, you're out, and all players are just trying to play as passively as possible before getting the kills and taking the space. Sasky on the offensive side right now, where they've been fairly, extremely successful actually. Haven't lost an offensive round yet. So we'll see how they approach here. If they can get the bomb down on A, it will be massive. The trophy intercepts the grenade and bomb is going to go down on a 4v4. This is huge for Sasky.
Yeah, the last time we saw a 4v4, I believe Sasky were the ones who came out advantage on the defensive round. We do see a Cruz come in from the side of T. He's not going to be able to get anybody, but he does have good info on where the players are. Chops is going to take some shots there towards the side of Clear. Unfortunately, going to fall to the side of Venom, and a trade coming down on the other side of the map from T. And so it's going to be another kind of a 3v3 retake here as the side of Toronto aren't sure where people are. Cam's able to pick up one, and these last two players are playing in kind of precarious spots. And, you know, right as I say that, we do see Toronto hop on the bomb. All the kills get given, and that's going to be tied up 4-4 here.
It is 4-4, which means only 3 rounds left to work with. Either team is going to have to win 2 if they want to make it on to the championship weekend, or weekday actually. And wow, I mean 4-4, can it get any closer than this? We're hoping for a round 11, but I bet you both of those teams are not looking forward to a round 11.
Yeah, round 11 on this map has got to be stressful. We've seen kind of back and forths here. Both teams can win offensive. Both teams can win defenses here. But this is going to be another crucial round here from the side of Toronto. You really want to be up 5-4. You don't want to be down 4-5 heading into a round 10. But we'll see what they elect to do here on this attacking side. It looks like they're gonna initially looked like they're going B after a couple nades coming down. It looks like they're hitting that rotate towards A as both teams are just playing pretty passive.
The good old passive on invasion. We've seen it every single round from both teams. They love to do it, but Sasky has a lot of map control here. As long as they just hold what they're watching, they're eventually going to get a couple of kills on those Toronto players, and thus the Toronto players can do something here to get out of this hold that Sasky has on them. This is huge here. If they can get a pick, your boy Venom with the first blood, able to escape with his life as well. This is massive for Sasky, and then a 1-for-1 trade. Now Sasky are up 3-2 on lives. And 30 seconds left to work with. Can he get the kill? It's the 3v1. Bomb is down, and that is the round. Sasky is the first team to hit 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's just a good round out of Sasky. They were playing the life advantage when they could, getting those initial kills, and then eventually cleaning that up here. And so Sasky are going to be match point, series point, heading to championship finals here for the bronze division. But they still got one more round to go here on your side of Toronto. I would think you're on the favored defensive round or defensive side, especially as this map has gotten later and later. We've seen teams play a little bit more passive on offense. They're not being as aggressive, and so that's going to favor the defensive side.
Round 11, round 11. I want a round 11. Let's hope these teams can get us to that round 11. But for now, another passive offensive round here. A couple of explosives coming in, but Chop's able to play his life here. And Smoke now, he's on the A bomb site. He calls it, it's clear. Your boy Venom getting the bomb down. Another 4v4 on A. What are we seeing here, Wolfie?
Yeah, we typically do not see this on Invasion, but we are today. So your side of Toronto here, you really need to get there quick. We saw the players of Sasky are all spread out. You got to take your gunfights one at a time here, and they're all playing pretty ready corners here. As we see a gunfight coming down on the A site. No trade coming through just as yet, and so Toronto's going to be down 3-4 as they try to take a retake.
And Slender makes it a 3v3. Can he get the second on the bomb site? He doesn't see him hidden, but Cam does to go for the ninja. Now's not the time to do that. 10 seconds left. You have to hop on the bomb now, I guess. It is a 2v1. All up to Slender here. Does he have enough time to get the defuse? The bullets are coming in. Unable to connect, and he gets the defuse. What did we just see? Slender gets away with it. Takes it to a round 11 in a 1v1. That is huge.
Oh my. Oh no, Slender just sticking the defuse there. He's got nothing better to do, and we just see some missed shots coming in there, shooting a dead body on the bomb. Unfortunate, but we do get to see a round 11 hit the gong on the CRL for our first series here. Let's see who can come up on top. We have Toronto on that attacking side. Looks to be not the favored side so far at the end of this map, but let's see if they can make some round 11 magic happen.
And this is probably going to be the most passive round we've seen so far out of all the rounds that we've had, because no team wants to give up that life advantage initially on the search and destroy round 11. It's win or go home situation. Chops making sure the bomb site is clear, and it looks like we're going for another A plant if the Toronto players are able to take that site. The nade comes in, doesn't connect. And now they're just trying to clear this A bomb site. Chops here playing very fidgety. Seems like he's quite nervous, but I understand the situation that you're in. It's not an easy. And Torichi with the read, maybe unable to get the kill.
Yeah, we see the bomb going down on A. It's going to be another 4v4 bomb plant here. Side of Sasky are a little bit spread out here. Some shots going down. Smoke, unfortunately, going to fall. Sasky left with the 3v4 retake, but we saw this last time from the side of Toronto, and they were able to succeed here. So let's see how the side of Sasky plays. We do see one kill coming down from that A streak. We see a trade coming in from the side of Cam. Toich able to pick up that trade. It's down to a 2v2. Here we see a fight coming down showers. We got one player just sitting in freezer. We got 20 seconds left on the round, and so our crucial gunfights coming up.
And Toich makes it a 2v1, but there's only 14 seconds left here. Top sees the player. Can Toich get the kill? He can't. The defuse is in. He hops off the bomb. That's it. Toronto, they are making it to the championship, winning that round 11 map 5. This is massive. What are we witnessing? This is some of the best Call of Duty we have seen on CRL.
Yeah, we love seeing those round 11s, and it just continues for our casting duo to see nothing but game 5 round 11s.